See Dandy as well, feeling a little bit better about how this one has gone. Still, I don't think there's a big edge here or anything like that for HLE in this draft.
I feel like you have to be really careful about the battles you
Yeah, no, I was really sad that I missed out on that one too. I'm very happy that I have the Psyduck one though that Dan got. That one's the best. As Peanut is just being annoying on this Sejuani. Of course, one of his more successful picks, as he is just going to face check here. Canyon locks this one down as Duro could be in trouble. Viper's here for some reason, but Chovy is also. And now Ruler making his way over. The Valkyrie in as Zeka turns up. Seismic Shove goes down, but Peanut is just dead. Canyon might be traded, but he is going to make it back to the rest of his teammates. Duro! That was massive. The Shattering Strike so good as Viper's the target, and it's a double kill for Ruler. Zeka as well now trying to run away as the concussive blows comes down, but the crash down is too good here as the shove comes back, but he has to sacrifice himself, and Chovy gets a big old shield, and they do manage to get the feats of warfare off the back of a 5-minute skirmish. Yep. I mean, he didn't play on Bro, so that's a little bit of a downside for Duro. Delight still has that on him, but there's still time. There is absolutely still time.
It's just interesting to see similar trajectories here, but a faster one for Duro as Chovy may be in trouble.
Yeah, Emperor's Divide doesn't really do too much here as Canyon looking to come in. They do have information, but it is going to be the smite out from Peanut that will work. Still, Delight could be in trouble as he wants to stand beside his teammates, but the all-out is going to prevent that from happening. And that means that the flashless Braum is just food here for Gen G.
Doesn't have flash. And it's an awkward angle if he tries to Weaver's wall in. Even though Chovy's low and doesn't have Emperor's Divide, it's just too greedy, I think, to go in. He's considering it still, though.
Level 6 was just picked up, because he does have the Glacial Prison now available. Duro in trouble. There's a public execution to try and lock him down. He does crash over the wall. Winter's Bite follows him. It will be the Grubs going over to HLE. Gets them one step closer as well to those feats. They do manage to get another one of these objectives as we are checking out the bottom side. Checking in with the 80 carries, but no real skirmish to break out there, and Duro being a bit sneaky there, getting himself out.
Yeah, barely gets out, but if they continue it, he's surfing. Speaking of surfing, Zeka does show up first.
Yeah, Glacial Prison does come down. There it is. Canyon is just dead. Peanut gonna go down. There is Viper towards bottom side, but he's a fair way away from his teammates. Duro gonna get tagged. There's a Magnet Storm, but it doesn't really get what they want done. Canyon gets into the backline, but he's exhausted, and now Viper will show up. Keen's at full health, though, and I don't think they can make anything happen here. I don't know about that one. Zayas is 3-man. Emperor's Divide from Chovy as they take down Peanut as well. They take down the Dragon. Chovy does die. Zayas is limping away. Now HLE, they're looking for it. Keen wants to be able to find it onto Zayas, but he's toying with them and even finds the kill on the back end. His health bar, Zeka is actually doing a fair bit of damage, even if he does have a build that doesn't necessarily do the most with one item. Zayas going to move on over to help take this one out. That will happen. 2 minutes until the Dragon as well. Pretty good timer. Invested towards the bottom side. That is going to guarantee the feats of strength here, as first Turret Blood will go over to HLE.
That's also, it's not through the mid lane, but it's prio for the Dragon.
Yep.
And Chovy having no TP means he can at best try to trade for this top turret. But look at how Zeka is playing this. He's like, yeah, it's going to take you a while to take this. I'm just simply not going to try to defend. I'm not going to let you dive, get a kill plus turret, as that's unfortunate.
Yeah, they don't quite get the charge in the mid lane, but Viper is going to come on up and look to get a bit of extra damage down, taking about 17 years to take this Dragon, and that might actually get Gen G over here. The culling going to be invested just to make sure this finally goes down. Just dashes out of the way of everything.
Yeah, Ruler is here.
Yeah, really.
Look at the flank. The flank from Chovy too. HLE might just want to let this turret go.
Seismic Shove going wide here. Chovy gets into the backline, finds nothing with the ulti as Zeka tries to get himself out. They blow up the Braum immediately, but Peanut is so tanky, and the public execution into the backline from Zayas is so good. The all-out now from Keen onto Viper. Will be able to take him down, but Zeka is there with the damage, and Zayas, how dare you keep limping away from these fights?
So close to death again. Canyon wanting to go on to Zeka here.
Yeah, trying to find more. The threaded volley's coming down, but it is not the Seismic Shove to find the mark. And Gen G have the health lead. Teleport back in here.
Good point. See if they can force Honor Life Esports into an uncomfortable fight. There's that TP from Keen.
He's going to come in. Zeka is still here. And Duro threatening that Magnet Storm. They have to be so careful. There's the ulti, and they do push Duro away, as Peanut's going to be a 50-50 on the smite, but it's locked down there by Canyon, evening out the Dragon score as Chovy's going to get exhausted, and then the public execution comes down. He holds the ulti, he goes gold and Delight, now in an awkward good position, and down goes Zeka. He finds the backline, and Viper goes down. Chovy playing it so beautifully, and they obliterate the team fight. HLE were looking so good until it was all done and dusted.
Chovy goes golden. He looks for his angle. He finds the one angle, the best angle that gets him out and takes out the enemy carry. All it takes is a moment he needs to breathe in the arm guard there.
0-1 and 12 on this Jarvan. As Ruler could be a little bit pushed up. The flash forward there from Viper should be able to spell his demise. Dashing out is Viper, but there's the Cataclysm to slam dunk the Lucian. And Keen will show up in the nick of time as well. Peanut's pretty tanky, but I don't think he's tanky enough to deal with this. As Canyon going down low, but Zeka not going to be able to finish him off. Emperor's Divide, but it's avoided there by Zeus beautifully with the ulti, but it's still so defensive. As Zeka looking for that angle onto Keen, but he is still okay, dashing around like a madman as Zeus. But Gen G not going to lose anyone other than Ruler in trade for both Peanut and Viper.
Zeus on the flank does not have his ultimate anymore.
Yeah, gets that control ward down. This is somewhat dangerous as now Zeka's going to make his way in. Seismic Shove avoided beautifully by the Zhonya's out at Chovy. The Baron getting amongst it though. Ruler is coming in, but he's a little bit late to this as Chovy gets himself out, but now he's not there for this fight. There is no DPS here for Gen G. And it's looking a little bit like a leash. I say leash, Peanut is still not quite here yet. Public Execution doesn't quite get there. Duro gets into the pit. Somehow it's a Braum that locks down the Baron. Down goes Canyon as well as HLE do make their way back into this one in a big way.
No objective up except the Baron that Hanu are holding. It's a pretty good trade.
Yeah, Chovy doesn't find Peanut there. Good hands on the old man. Nicely done. Gets himself out with the Arctic Assault as the culling is just tanked by Keen pretty comfortably. A wall comes on through for a reason, I'm sure.
Baron timer, only 45 seconds left, and the outer is still up here for Gen G. I think Baron successfully neutered here in terms of the real damage it could have done. Peanut trying to look for a flank angle, but is spotted and just gonna be tracked.
Chovy finding the angle onto Delight, the one man without his flash available. He got his redemption off though, and there is the Public Execution. They take down Chovy. The all-out is pretty good though, as it's a double for the Corki. As now Viper dashes forward. He's crazy, but he is able to get himself back out with the Relentless Pursuit once again. A 2-for-2 trade, but Gen G still get the inside track on this Dragon.
It's a huge win for Viper in the scenario, but it's not enough. 8,000 damage for Ruler there.
And check this, Duro is in the pit. He needs to try and find his way out, but he decides not to. Instead, he's going in, looking for an engage. Keen gets in front of him, but it's the Baron that kills him. And HLE, I don't think they want to go for a Baron off the back of this because, of course, they are taking a lot of damage themselves. Chovy.
This Lucian, so gonna really have to make sure he buys space as Gen G once again trying to collapse on him.
Yeah, looking for that angle. The Glacial Prison is going to be collected there by Keen. He's taking so much damage, eats a bunch of the CC, including the Glacial Fissure, as now he's looking to get himself out. The wall is going to be ridden here by Zeka as Keen finds the all-out onto him. And can he take him down? Yes, he can. Zeus gets in there as the Emperor's Divide comes down. They take out the Rel in exchange, and it is not equal at all.
Not a fair trade. That turn onto Zeka from Keen. This guy is insane. Who's flanking whom? Keen turns and takes him out. 2 for 1 here. Support for the solo laners. Viper survives, but Ruler also gets out here.
And while the rest of his team take the Baron.
This Azir just makes the Baron disappear. If you're not going to be able to get a pick, Gen G just get it for free. Hextech Soul.
The gold means nothing. It's all about those tools, and the gold is going to start to balloon further back for Gen G as they start to rip these inners off the map. Look at that Hextech Slow at work. Delight ignited as Duro swap summoners as they continue to push here. The siege is so strong with this Azir composition. And every single rocket means that you've got to get out of there or you're going to get caught by Chovy's ultimate. You get slowed, you get ulted, the game ends.
And I don't know whether this will come down to an Elder Flip. I just don't think that Gen G will let that one happen as the Baron's still up for another minute and a half. 3.5k, the Rebel Baron power play, but like you say, gold not really meaning too much here. As look at Peanut. He's supposed to be a tank, and he is melting. A fadeaway ulti there is going to save him for the moment, but the turret's not going to be the same situation. As now, look at that, man.
Ruler like 2 shots to the turret somehow.
No, it is insanity how much damage he does. As Canyon looking to get the push here, but Zeus is going to find him. Still think Zeus wins that 1v1, but Canyon looking to try and make his way out as the rest of his team just wanted to end this game. Peanut finds the knock-up onto his former teammate, and the wall comes on through, but I just don't think they really care about walls being set up. And there's another one. This one from Chovy is a lot more devastating. Zeka goes golden himself, and the all-out is just going to murder Keen. That was a little bit of an interesting choice. As now Viper in a decent spot, but it's a triple for Ruler. Make it a quadra. He sees Penta. He sees it in his eyes, and he does so much. There it is! The Penta kill for Ruler in their first match of round 3. Gen G remain undefeated, 27-0.
These were some of the best